Welcome to 843 TV. I'm excited to have a special person to introduce to you today, Miss Jessa Jeremiah. She is our new general manager here at WHHI-TV.
And what a treat that is. I love this station, so to get to come back here where I got my start in media is really a dream come true. And I'm a huge fan of 843 TV.
Well, thank you, and we're excited to have you too. So today we have a special guest. We are going to be talking to the town of Hilton Head Island, Miss April Akins. A very important change is coming to the business license owners. There's going to be some new implementations called Act 176. You'll have to hear all about it. So stay right here for 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak. Stick around.
.843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
And welcome to 843 TV. And today I'm excited to talking with April Akins. She is the Revenue Services Manager with the town of Hilton Head Island. And you've been here for 11 years already.
Yes, I have.
How did we not get you on the show before today?
Oh, Lisa, nobody wants to talk to the tax lady.
Well, that's probably a true statement. But today we're going to be talking to the lovely tax lady. We're going to be learning all about a new Standardization Act that's coming down. But first of all, tell us about your overall role.
Yes, so I am the Revenue Services Manager at the town of Hilton Head, and I currently oversee the receipting and cash collections of our local taxes. So that includes accommodation taxes, beach preservation fees, hospitality taxes, and of course our business license tax. I work with business owners to make sure they're in compliance and have their business licenses in order. I've been doing that for many years now. It has been a complicated process, and that's one of the reasons why the Act 176 was passed.
Okay, so we're going to break that down now. So it's the Act 176. This is a statewide a mandate policy, not a local. So let's talk about what this is. Break it down for us.
Absolutely. So to give you a bit of a history lesson on the tax reform that happened earlier, actually the past couple years, businesses for many years have been very frustrated, and they have a lot of concerns about how the business license tax is administered across the state. It's a very complicated process, and it has a lot of inconsistent practices that you can find throughout our state of South Carolina. So because of that, the businesses reached out to their local legislators and got together, and as a result, came up with a new tax law, and it's called the South Carolina Business License Tax Standardization Act. It's a mouthful.
Exactly.
But it's also known as Act 176. And that resolved a lot of the issues that businesses had, especially with the inconsistent practices. And it was a way to uniform the process of business license tax administration and standardize it across the state. Just as an example, we have MASC, our Municipal Association of South Carolina, reports that there are 234 cities and 9 counties that administer business license taxes across the state.
Wow.
So that's a lot of different places to do business for a business owner. Every person that is operating in every jurisdiction, they're required to have a business license. So, you know, if you're Publix, you have multiple business licenses across the state of South Carolina, and it's done very differently. Now with this new Act, Act 176, that will be, it's going to be much better for the business owners. It's going to be easier for them, and it will standardize the process for everyone across the state. Our jurisdictions have to comply with this act by January 1 of 2022. So we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you mentioned you oversee 7,000 businesses here on the island?
Yes, so currently, yes, the town of Hilton Head Island has 7,000 business licenses that we administer on a daily basis. It's a big undertaking. I've got a great team of people that help with that. Some do the receipting and the transaction piece of it, and work with the business owners hours to get their new business license applications, and others are behind the scenes collecting tax money, so and doing audits and that sort of thing. So it's a lot of work. Yeah.
Now, this is all businesses across the board, privately owned, and also the larger corporation businesses, like you mentioned, public. So you handle all of those, you and your group and your staff.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that is a lot.
It is. Yes, it is. It's a big undertaking.
How do you interpret or expect that your workload might shift now or change because of these new implementations?
So we will go through some of the detail of Act 176, and because of what is being mandated, there are going to be more requirements for people to have business licensing that we didn't have before. So I anticipate our business license accounts to double in size, probably be around 14,000 accounts.
Wow.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what are some of the requirements that they have to go through?
Yeah, so there are a lot of very specific requirements that are in this law, very detailed. So I'll go through some of them because I would hate to sit here and bore everyone, but the big concern, one of the big concerns that businesses had was the due date. The due date was different all across the state for business license taxes, and you can imagine that would be very frustrating for a business owner to have all these different tax deadlines. So right out of the gate, the first item is the business tax. The tax due date is going to be April 30th across the state. And with that, it also shifts the tax year to a standardized tax year, and that runs from May 1st to April 30th, which aligns with the actual due date. As an example, the town of Hilton we've had our tax due date to April 30th. We moved that, I think it was 2018. But our tax year was a calendar year, so it ran from January 1 to December 31st. So that's going to be a change for us internally through administration stuff, but that really won't impact the business. They're always used to paying on April 30th, so that should be an easy transition for our local businesses. The second item is like I said, the standard tax year. We have a standard way to calculate the taxes now. That's not always been the case. And that will be based on the business's gross income or revenue that they generated the prior year or their prior fiscal business license year. And that piece of it has been the practice the town has always done. So again, that's not going to impact our local businesses. They're used to reporting their taxes based on their prior gross income.
Lots to learn. So
Yes.
You all don't go away. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back with more 843 TV.